Good morning. Cheers. Oh, nice and hot. Stream is up. G'day, Chris. How you doing, mate? Hello, Death Shaker. Hello, Colin. Wow, feels like it's echoing in here this morning. It's so quiet. Hello, Gold Diggearth. Cool. And Leo's here. And Andy. Hi, Andy. G'day, Jonathan. I hope that package gets to you quickly. I think it's a message from you in Tindy. I have to go, I haven't read it yet, sorry. I think you've asked me another question. G'day, Trent. Hello, Nicholas. Crazy Roops. Hello, everybody. I'm going to say just hello because I don't know if it's evening or morning or daytime or anything. I'm just completely lost track of all time. I'm good, mate. Chris, I'm very good. Thank you. A little tired, but, you know, I always sleep badly the night before a stream. G'day, Dave Darko. And David Grants. Good morning. Paul the Curtains. I gotta ask, what is that? What's the name, Paul the Curtains? But hello, Paul. Yes, you're back. Have you been... What's been going on, Leo? Been off travelling the world? Studying? Working? Something? Need to clean this. Back in a sec, folks. My paste mixer is just a little leftover paste from last week. I just got to be careful. I just don't want to contaminate the paste in any way. What did I miss? I hope so too. Thanks for the help. No problem. No problem, Jonathan. Do I use Discord? Yes, I do use Discord, Trent. I do. I spend too much time on Discord, I think. I try not to spend too much time on just general social media and Facebook and stuff, but I definitely spend a bit of time on Discord. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Work and travel. Cool. I'm kind of jealous. Not the work bit, but the travel bit, Leo. I see it's still dark in Melbourne. Yes, it is. Wow, even the camera's picking up how dark it is. It's black outside. It's like you can't even see the sky. The camera can, but my eyes can't. Maybe a little bit. It's I'm looking forward to when daylight saving switches again, and I can start doing this at a more reasonable time. Hello, Rob. Hey, Brian. Thought you wouldn't be joining us so early, but I'm glad you are. Just gonna wait a few more minutes before we get started, just while I do. For those of you that saw I rushed the video out yesterday because I had to fix my reflow oven for today because obviously I want to reflow these boards, and yeah, pretty cool, huh? Is there an official inspector Discord link somewhere? I don't see that. Oh, am I? No, I don't have a Discord server for Unexpected Maker. I'm just on Discord on other people's servers. I don't have an official one. Or what server you habitat? I'm on Make Me Labs server, Eric's, but I don't spend a lot of time on there just because I'm on too many servers. I'm on the Adafruit server, and then I'm on a couple of private servers, chatting with people. So, or private, yeah, non-public, same thing. I think. I thought your stream started 30 minutes ago. Ah. We should have a general Makers Discord channel. Yeah, not a bad idea, Colin. Not a bad idea, actually. So yeah, that's the damage I did to my tube. I gotta say, it's in damn good condition considering. If you look at how many unexpected melting point. If you look at how many times I've reflowed, and this is the end that the fan sits. There's a little bit of warping here, you might be able to see, but I think that's from the tightness of the screws with the fan holding it, the pressure. This has stood up really well, much better than people thought it was going to. And that's the only real damage I did. I mean, it was only on... If we average it and say it was 280 degrees, because like it got to 300, but it didn't spend a huge amount of time on 300. It was over 250 for quite a while. Let's call it 280. It was on 280 for a good minute. And considering that this comes out of my printer at 235 degrees, Brian's nominated Colin to start a Discord server. Okay. Challenge is on. Which David? David who? Which David? David Watts? David Darko? Dave Darko? That's Dave. Hey, Dave Darko, does anyone ever call you David? Why didn't I make it out of steel? Because my 3D printer doesn't print in steel. And if it did, I would. I don't have any metal working stuff. And maybe one day. If my laser cutter could cut steel, maybe. I'm about to order some stencils at Chelsea, but I was wondering if the stencil is both sides or single-sided. Both sides or single-sided? Well, the stencil goes through. What do you mean single-sided? This is a JLC PCB stencil, like any other stencil, and it's both sides. I mean, the paste has to go through. I'm not sure. Not sure what you mean by the question, to be honest. But everyone's stencils are the same. Just Dave. Okay, cool. Just Dave. I'm going to call you from now on Just Dave. Just. A bit of downpipe should be good. G'day, Michael. How you doing, mate? Yeah, no, well, kind of, but I still need to turn it and join it to the side. It needs to have a really good seal. Because you've got to remember, my fan is only a 5-volt DC fan. So it doesn't have a lot of... It's the best 5-volt fan I could get, but it doesn't have a lot of oomph. So, I mean the top layer and the bottom layer. You'd have to order... Interesting, I don't ever do bottom layer surface mount. You might have to order 2 stencils. That's actually a good question. I don't know. You should probably contact them. It'll be the same. I mean, a stencil's a stencil. They all, even though JLC PCB do theirs internally, they all use the same process. Yeah, that's really good. Anyone else here know how stencils normally work with double-sided boards? Like with reflow on both sides? I don't think they'd want to put them on the same stencil. That would be quite hard to put paste on. If they were side by side or something, you'd probably want to do 2 different stencils. How would you do that? How would you get paste on both sides and assemble a board 2 sides? Assemble the board one side, reflow it, and then just do the reflow on the other side. That was going to be quite hard if you've got different height components. Yeah, I never really thought about that. Gold digger, gold dig earth, gold. I said gold digger, gold dig earth. Apologise if I mispronounce anyone's names. Dave's the 90s Reaper. Just Dave is a 90s Reaper. Anyway, what's the time? It's getting on. We should get going. This video is not sponsored by JLC PCB, but I'm collecting pens, and each one's got a different colour. Lightest to darkest. The 2 dark ones are the same. Sean Hodges did it before. They glued components on one side first. Yeah, on wave soldering they glue them, but for doing your own, that'll be interesting. Yeah, I don't know how I'd do the steel pipe and have it attach nicely. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with my solution with the PET-G. Even if I have to reprint one every couple of months to replace it. It actually wasn't too hard to replace. Didn't get to see these very well though on the video. So let me just zoom into these. They're pretty cool. These are my polycarbonate screws. They got really mangled. Yeah, you got to do high and low temp on each side, which is a bit of a pain. You got to remember that, like, I'm using 138 degree paste, but it still goes up to 160, 162 on the reflow process. And 162 is getting very close to a 183, for instance, degree reflow paste when you're using something like a toaster oven or even a cheap Chinese, you know, one of the what is it, 928s or whatever they are. I can't remember what the model number is. You got to be very careful. You really want to be doing an oven that's super accurate with temperature, that can change temperature and not, overshoot too much, I think. One side high temp solder paste and the other side lower temp. Yeah. Could you not make steel inside initial part of the duct? I probably could, Chris, but I'd still then have steel touching this, and the steel's gonna transfer heat. Any form of metal that's touching this is going to transfer heat. Sure, I mean it might be less heat, but yeah. The key is don't put my oven at 300 degrees. Like, it was a mistake. It was a typo. And lucky it was me and my oven. That's fine. I'm quite happy to wreck mine if I need to. Or I'm not happy to do it. I'd rather not wreck it. But you know what I mean? Like before this meltdown, this has been working perfectly fine. As you can see, I mean, there's just no warping or anything happening on this end, and there's been as much heat going through here as there has this side. So yeah, look, I'm happy to keep going for now. Hello, tiny LED matrix. You missed the beginning. We haven't been doing much. We've just been talking about me melting my PET-G and my reflow, and talking about double-sided solder pasting, and that Dave Darko's new name is Just Dave, and he's an 80s or 90s Reaper. Use the same paste, only lead free. I don't know the word for it. Stick to the board. You could use the same and do it at the same time, except how are you going to keep the board? Like, what's the board going to sit on? You don't want components sitting directly on metal or something inside, like, G'day, Mindflare Retro. Woo! Just parts for a couple of highest temp things. Align them with aluminium copper foil. Well, that's not a bad idea. Hey, Don G. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought actually the other day that there must be something I could spray on this, for instance, that might give it a bit of extra protection. Some type of like metallic paint or something. I wouldn't want to maybe put paint in there. I wouldn't want to be, that'd be, but something industrial, like, a form of Juco or something. I don't know. Might be yeah. Definitely lots of ways to do it. If you do one, Gold Digger, let us know. Shoot me an email or something, or whatever, of your success or failure, or either way. Or if you make videos, make a video. That'd be really cool to see. I just haven't had a need for a double-sided board yet. Or actually, I've got one coming up, and don't know how I'm going to assemble it yet, because there's no way I could do a 2-part reflow on it. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. Silicon. Hey, Tabletronics. Cover it with silicon? That's just a weird way to pronounce wrapper with 1P. I didn't even see what the comment was. You retracted it. I was just guessing. Hey, Neffers. How you doing? Wow, we've got lots of people today. This is cool. What a great turnout. We've got peak concurrence 40 at the moment, which is pretty cool. We should get started, because I have no idea how long this is going to take. I've already got a board in here. We should get the camera positioned right. I've got my paste, my nerd perks, my old one. Yep, I've got everything ready to go. Actually, what I wanted to quickly... no, I'll get to that afterwards. Let me paste first, get that out of the way. That way I can accidentally stick my hand in it, and that's always fun. I do that quite often actually. Polyurethane. Polyurethane? How would I... Isn't that toxic to work with? I've actually got some aluminium tape. It's what I use to insulate my laser cutter. That's interesting. That's actually not a bad idea. Hold that thought. One sec, guys. Okay, that was just me going into the garage. That is freezing in there. I've got this stuff. This is what plumbers and like air conditioning people use and stuff to insulate around either hot or cold things like heaters and stuff. That's probably not a bad idea. Might do that. You're holding. Don't hold too tight, Andy. Oh, Neffa, sorry to hear about your wife, mate. Of what's on this dev board. A quick run through of what's on the dev board. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So, let me get nice and close, and let the camera sync. So this is an ESP32. So these little suckers, and these are not my wet ones. You all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, we can go through that later. So we've got an ESP32. It's basically just like a normal type reference board. It's using an FTDI chip, an original FTDI. I've got leftovers. I'm still using those. It's got auto program reset control, so you don't have to do the 2-button push thing like you do on some boards to get it to program it. But it's also got the reset and the program button broken out, just in case you want to do things manually with it. And the main difference, or the main thing with this board, and the reason I built it originally was for a project, but I turned it into a reference board, is that it's got a 2.1 barrel jack header on there. So it's got two different 5-volt input sources. And so it's got USB and the barrel jack, and both of them go through diodes and then go through filtering and go through a PTC, go through a polyfuse. And then you've got a 5 volts out coming through. And the reason I did that is this is designed to run large numbers of like neopixels and LEDs and stuff. And so you basically, normally you'd have to run that off a separate power source. And you'd want to also control your microcontroller off a separate power source. So you generally got a barrel jack with 5 volts, 5 amps, 10 amps, whatever, coming through, and you have to wire it onto your board. I didn't want to do that. I wanted a solution that was all on one, where I could just plug the barrel jack into the microcontroller and power the LEDs directly from the 5 volt out. So that was my main reason for building this board originally, and it was for my night light clock. It wasn't a clock, my night light project, sorry, that I was working on. But I ended up, because I still don't know where that project's going, I ended up just refining it. This started off square to fit in my nightlight, and over the course of the refining it, turned it into a normal sized development board. So that's the original one I made, revision 1. This is revision 2. This is my revision 1 board, which I blew up. And actually, you know what? I've never actually spoken about this. I think I worked out how I blew it up, and it wasn't to do with my probing or anything else. I think I might have accidentally plugged a 12 volt power supply into the DC jack. I was scrummaging through the other day looking for a 5 volt DC, like a barrel jack supply for something, and I found one in one of my tubs, and I plugged it in, and turns out it was a 12 volt one. I must have at some point accidentally plugged 12 volts into this. Hey, Origeta, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, I apologise. Yes, ESP32s have sleep as well, just like the ESP8266. They've got two different, I think, sleep modes. Brian would be a good one to answer that one. But yes, yeah, you can put them into sleep mode. So anyway, so this is my revision 2 board, and basically what I've done is I've changed the circuitry to prevent me blowing up a board if I put too much power in. Yeah, so before this one would, I can't remember exactly how it went, but the 5 volts was bypassing the fuse. Excuse me. The 5 volt was bypassing the fuse to allow me to have straight out to the 5 volt pin. It's still bypassing the fuse here, but the filtering is on the previous side, not the post side. So the worst case scenario now is I'll blow the fuse. So, which is what it's there for. So I'm going to make 2 of these today. I'm going to do them in tandem. So I need to pull this back a bit while I'm doing this. So Neffers, I'm very interested to hear about what's happening, but I'm having trouble keeping up with the conversation as I'm reading and trying to talk. So they're the 2 boards I'm going to do today. Let's make sure they both fit nicely because of the V-scoring. Yeah, the V-scoring is it's not terrible, I gotta say. I mean, it's not as smooth as these other boards are. They've got a really nice, soft, smooth finish. But I've seen way worse V-scoring than this before. So, yeah. And I could sand them down. I just don't have anything. Just want to make sure it sits flat and I can get it out again. Wow, that's going to be a little tight, this one. This one's not so bad. I don't have anything with me to scrape it. Maybe my tweezers. The edge of my tweezers, because you know what? What else are tweezers for? Yeah, it's good enough. Whoop. Okay, so let's go. Let's do this. So I redid my stencil yesterday. I didn't want everyone to have to sit and wait and watch me do this bit, like put my stencil together, because that's pretty boring. Let's get some paste out. Oh, what have I missed? Steph is commenting on your board layout. She appreciates the neatness of it. Hi Steph, thank you. Is this like a regular thing now where Steph's going to join you watching my stream? Tweezing. I mean, I have no problems with that at all. I think it's great, actually. But yeah, that's quite funny. Yeah, I'm quite pedantic when it comes to my board layout, I have to admit. Now let's see if I can not put too much paste on. Like, I need a fair bit, and I'm doing 2 boards, but who knows if that's enough, not enough. I feel like this paste tub is this bottomless well of paste. I've used a bit, but not a lot. Like, I mean, it didn't come full. It wasn't full when I got it. It was about 3/4. I feel like it's taking a long time. Are they ceramic tweezers? Ah, Chris. Ouch. I wonder if you can use a deburring tool on PCBs I want home. Yeah, try it. That'd be good to know. Discord, that column. Oh, Colin actually did create one. Okay, cool. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, she's a geek at heart too and enjoys the live streams. Cool. Well, she's very welcome. Here we go. I really want to do this in one pass. I really, really, really. I'm going to just grab a chunk of it. Here we go. I think I just missed the top pins up here. I always have a problem on that side. Okay, let's have a look. I'm worried about the FTDI. That actually looks pretty good. I'm just going to, just bear with me a second. I just want to have a quick look at the FTDI area. Because, I'm not sure if everyone remembers, but the very first time I built this, I had a short under the FTDI chip. And that drove, remember, I had that whole wasn't working, had to fix it. I'm going to stick my head in the way, I apologise. Or maybe you can all see with this. So it looks like there's a good amount of paste. I just want to check how much paste. Yep. Yeah, we're good. Okay, great. I didn't want to put too much. Yes, this is the Chip Quick. Hang on, let me just roll it around for you. It's the 134 degree, something like that. Yeah. It's type 3 though, so it's not the best, but it's still pretty good. Some really fine wet and dry sandpaper. Yeah, I got to also remember to put a mask on when you're doing that. The fiberglass is toxic, folks. So you always want to, if you're going to sand down a PCB, even wet, always use a mask. Safety instructions from Sion, who disregards his safety all the time. Actually, that's a bit... That is super tight. Where was my other one? Oh, that's underneath. Just hold on a sec. I want to... Okay, I just stuck the tweezers in my hand. I'm not sure if anyone saw that on video. It was pretty quick. Oh, fell over. Ah. Okay, here we go again. Get the board on. Make sure that it's lined up. So who knows why you're only supposed to go over it once? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Can anyone answer? Why you're only supposed to go over the stencil once? You might the card be too flexible for spreading the paste? It's no, it's not too. You actually want it a bit more flexible. I've got stiffer cards. I find that flexible for me works a bit better. Oh, see, that looks like there's a lot more paste on the FTDI. I have to be careful with that. Oh, Gary's here. Hello, Gary. Let's take some of this off. Clean off the stencil so I don't, again, stick my hand in it. I know I keep saying that, but it's actually no joke. I can't tell you how many times I've gone like this and stuck my hand on top of the stencil afterwards. Next swipe pulls it out or pushes it under the stencil. Yes. Oh, hey, Alan. The next swipe, what it does is, because it's viscous, it will often... Like, you think, okay, there's only a certain amount of space in there, and so it won't put any more paste in because it's already full. What it does is it squeezes it under and out as it pushes more in. So it takes it further out on the pad and sometimes off the edge of the pad, which is something you really don't want to do. You want less, not more. So that is why you generally don't want to do it twice. Coffee, Alan? Okay, let me see if I can get this one off. So this one looks like it's got a lot more paste on the FTDI, which, yeah, it just means I have to be very careful. And if it doesn't work, then I know where to look, right? It'll be a shorty short. Where am I going to put this? How do you remove extra paste? Extra paste that's on the board already? You don't. You don't touch the board. You don't. So before I get going, I want to show you some things. I've been 3D printing. So, Maxint R&D, who's not around at the moment, he designed this. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, she retracted her chat. He designed this, which is a little SMD holder that you can put SMD parts in, like for short length parts. And then someone else did a remix and made a cover for it. And so I've got a whole lot of just small short run SMD parts that I got early on before I started getting them in bulk or putting them in the books. And so I printed off a bunch of these. So I've got, they're all 0805s. So I've got 10 microfarad, got 100k, I've got 10k, and I've got 1 microfarad. Yeah, they are awesome. Dave Watts. Hey Dave, how you doing? Oh my god, I need that, or many of them. Yeah, well, I've been printing up a whole bunch of them. But I also printed this. Let's see if I can do this without knocking it off. This is an SMD tray. So you might, not sure if you'll be able to see. Let me just zoom in. It's got little, what is that? A little bit of wispies from the printer. Get rid of that. So it's got little dots, which are kind of really, did that not focus? Thank you. It's got little dots that are very hard to print. Yes, Maxine does have a channel. Everyone go check it out. Hey Brian, can you post the link to it? It's really cool stuff. And so you can actually put strips on here, and they fit into the holes to hold them still. And you can also put loose components on there. So on here I've got my twin NPN transistors, I've got my polyfusers, and I've got my ferrite beads. They're too short to go in one of these. But, so I'm using kind of both now. Much easier than going to trays or bags all the time. Although I still have to, I've got a whole bunch of stuff sitting here ready to go in trays to put on the boards. But trays as in the plastic component ones. Hey Stephanie, thanks for joining. Woohoo! So yeah, so between this and these, I don't have a short strip of 0.1 microfarad. I thought I did and I don't. That's okay, I'll go to my books. Actually, I like using the component books as well. But anyway, I did this so I can kind of lay all my stuff out, make it easier to access stuff. And of course I've got my ESP32 modules that don't fit anyway. So, we should get started. Let's see if I can pick this up without smearing the paste. Yeah, to the answer, how do you get the paste off? You can't. Because as soon as you start trying, you'll just smear it all over the board. All you need is now is a 3D printed... I've been looking, I can't find one. So, I almost pulled the plug on buying a pick and place. I came this close, no joke. I was going to get a light placer. The problem with them is they're super slow. The light placer, and the guy even who made it admits it, it's very, very slow. It only does between 200 and 400 parts per hour. And then that's they say 200 to 400 because it depends on where the parts are placed around the board, because travel time obviously eats into it. And then the more parts that are on different angles, the longer it takes, because it's got to go to the registration camera every time to, can't even see where my hand is, to check the part orientation. So it's traveling, wow, I can't do this. Can I? If you imagine that's the pick and place area, and you got your board here and all your parts spread all over the place, it's got to go all the way, grab a part, come all the way back, go to a camera, position it, go all the way to the board, place it, go all the way back, get the next part. And so it's a slow. So 200 to 400 parts per hour means that you can't just go and paste up 10 boards and do them one at a time, because by the time you've done your fourth board or your fifth board, the other 5, the paste is already drying out. So, not that I'm mass producing anything, but it's a lot of money to spend on a solution that is super slow, that would, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to build a board like this with them, because it's too much setup and too fiddly. And I can do it by hand, and I can do it pretty fast by hand. I'm not sure what video it's from. Do you have a link for the STL? It does seem to have a... yeah, I'm trying to think what video it was that he posted on. It was in a comment on one of my... No, it's not on Instagram, it's on one of my videos. Oh yeah, on my Instagram I pointed to a video that has the comment on it. Yeah, something like that. We should get started before this all dries up. And I don't even know where I'm going to start. Let's start with... I'm going to get some of these things out of the way, like the... I'm going to zoom back in so everyone can see what I'm doing. If I can get the boards in the right spot. So I'm gonna have to concentrate. Is dry paste a problem? Yes, as it dries out, it doesn't reflow very well. Yeah, you don't want to be using dry paste if you can avoid it. You get about an hour. Sometimes they say up to 2 hours before your board's not usable, but most people recommend if you haven't. Oh, I've got a spare one in there. If you haven't reflowed within 45 minutes, you're going to start having problems depending on your paste. So it's just not worth it. Now, of course, having these boards this way is going to be... If my boards go off camera at any point, I'm very sorry. Maybe I'll just pull the camera out just a fraction, just in case. Hi Flynn. Thanks, buddy. You have a wonderful day. This is going to be interesting. So these are the voltage regulators. Fixed voltage, low dropout. Okay, cool. Let's stick some... Is there any left in that bag? Oh, 2, perfect amount. Let's stick some diodes on, some Schottky diodes. So I'll get to that link later if I... Folks, I just kind of need to really focus right now. Oh, actually I need 4, don't I? Oh, it's a lot of diodes. 2 per board. 2 per board because I've got to make sure I'm going the right way. God, I can't even see the grey mark on this with the light in here. Wow. Okay, I got them the right way. Sorry, the light in here's terrible. So because you can plug 2 power sources in at the same time, the USB and the barrel jack, I've got 2 diodes sitting there to ensure there's no flyback power going through that's going to wreck the other power supply source, something. Okay, 2 more. And once again, I can't see the grey. Thanks, Brian. You're a champ. Okay, they're both the right way. Can make sure you get your diodes on the right way, folks. Otherwise, they're kind of pointless. And all they do is prevent power from coming through. Well, that's not very straight. And these are also very close together. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Okay, I need to put things away as I'm going, otherwise I'm just going to end up with a mess everywhere. Okay. LEDs, switches. I want to not put on the... Let's get the ferrite beads on. Okay. Let's see if I can get them out of the... So the problem with doing like this is that it's designed for a pick and place. Just getting them out is a bit of a pain. Okay. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Once again, if there's anything important you want me to see, just at me, and I'll see a big orange thing on there. Diode is crooked. Upper right board. Yeah. Bit crooked, but... So surface tension when it reflows will generally straighten things up. Hello, Mr. MG. I have no idea who Mr. MG is, but welcome. I have a few new people on the channel today, I think, which is very exciting. Should we put the fuse on? Let's just get some of this stuff out of the way, I think. Are we fine with how close I am? Do you want me to zoom back a bit so we can see more? Do you want me to zoom in more? Excuse me. So these fuses are 1206 size. I think you can get smaller, but it seems that it's the standard size. Cool. So I can get a guest account, new guy. Hey Stephen. Well, you're very welcome, Mr. MG. I appreciate you stopping by. Okay, little transistors. So these are the NPN, the dual package NPN. So I have to be careful I get them the right way around. Let's see if I can even get them. See what I'm doing. Do you back when you're working with some laser gantries, if I remember. My coffee is cold. Yeah, I don't do many... Whoops, that just flung out. Any laser videos these days. I should. I was actually... Had a friend over last night. We did a whole lot of laser cutting of specialty bamboo and specialty wood for his wife. She does craft stuff. I'm actually not using my laser a lot at the moment, and I wish I was using it more, but I go through phases where I do more 3D printing or laser cutting or whatever. But I actually thought of a really cool project this morning while I was waiting for my coffee that I really want to do, and it's a laser cutting project, and I'm really excited by it actually, and it's LED lights. Woohoo! Vote for sound to get a PNP machine. You're gonna vote? No, how about you just... No, I was gonna be rude then, I'm not gonna be rude. Leo, my coffee's not cold yet, but it's very close. Now, I need to make sure I got these the right way around, because of course they've got a, where's the marker? Tiniest little dot. Now, working out which dot. Okay, so this one is the wrong way. Let me just, I'm sorry if my head's in the way, folks, but getting these on and then off again is a real pain. Okay. The problem is I didn't orient them very well. These are tiny. I appreciate how small we can build electronics these days, but come on, guys. Like, how am I supposed to do this? And a coffee warmer. Yeah. I take the coffee warmer over the pick and place right now. I just need to check the alignment. Good. Bad. Oh, very bad. Sorry, hang on. Can everyone see the top of my head? How's my hair growth going? Wow, I can't get that. This is way off. I'm not sure I want to leave it for surface tension to fix. Yeah, wow. This is just seriously tiny. Like, I feel like I should have just used 2 standard, nope, transistors. Okay, that's good. Wow. Solder that by hand. Yeah, David Watts could solder these by hand for sure. Can we get closer? Look at it. Look at the size of it. That's it there. The tiniest little feet. Who found a fat? What? I'm missing some conversation. Hair growth. I'll trade you. Okay. Okay, so that's those done. I need to start putting some passives on, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is so many parts to go on. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm gonna get these 100K. Okay, so let's use this. Show how. Whoops. Show how it works. You these 100K resistors. So you just pull. Hopefully it'll pull out if I can grip it. Yeah, as I said, so it doesn't work very well with the paper reels. The plastic reels is really good, like the plastic tape, but it's really hard to get out. Yeah, there we go. It kind of works. Andy, was it? My bald patch is a fashion statement. Okay. Okay, these are the 100K, just enable resistors. For the voltage regulators, what are we going to do now? We've got 10Ks. Let's do a bunch of 10Ks and get them out of the way. How many do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently we need 4. One, two. As I said, they're cute holders, but they're very hard to use. Okay, I don't even know where these go. Where do these go? 10Ks. I forgot to print up a 13, 14. Alright. Actually, I said 4, but I actually need 8, don't I? Because it's 4 per board. Okay, on each side of the transistor package. Oh, I moved the transistor. Okay. I'm doing 2 boards, right? So hopefully one will work. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more of them. Let's just struggle to get these out again. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, it's pretty cool. Where do the other ones go? 10K, 10Ks, and R6. I need to find R11. Where's R11? R11, where are you? Wow, I've lost a resistor. Cap. How could I have lost a resistor? I'll get R6 on. So R6 is the pull up for the program button. Near the buttons. Yeah, there's this. Yeah, this one. That's R6, but where's R11? Oh, on the other side. Yep. Thank you. Woohoo! Another big difference between this revision board and my last one is this one has labels you can read. My last one, my labels were too small. They were illegible. Okay, that's those resistors done. Let's get... I need some 27 ohm R1 and R2. R1 and R2, bring out the book. You move the IC between the resistors on the left hand board. So which one? You move the IC. Which IC? The transistor? I don't know. I think it looks okay. Yeah, that's okay on the left hand side board. Okay, 27 ohm. I need 4 27 ohm. Once it's done, well, whatever surface tension doesn't fix, I'll hand fix if I have to. And normally if I was doing this myself, I'd have my head right over it. I'd be using my big magnifying glass, but can't do that on a live stream because then no one gets to see what I'm doing. Okay, the 27 ohm resistors are for the data in and out going to the FTDI. Sorry if I'm off the bottom. That's on a bit of an angle, but that'll fix itself up, I hope. Famous last words. Let's just join the resist. What? I need a mic. Well, yeah, maybe a HDMI microscope. John Oxford just bought a new microscope. It looks awesome. He's got HDMI out on it, 1080p out. Looks amazing. Just yeah, so many things I could get, Brian. I just don't know where to. Yeah. Anyway. So that is done. 10K is done. 100K is done. I need the 470. That is for the discharge. I'm using a 430. A discharge on the power on the way in before it gets to the filtering caps. So I need 2 of those. Oops, too much. Hate it when I pull the plastic too far. Okay. So I seem to be all over the place with the boards. I apologise. Okay. So the very first thing that it hits after the diodes is this 430K. Okay, now I've got some 1K. How many 1Ks? They're 10s. 10s and 100, aren't they? So I need some 1K resistors for a document viewer. I'm kind of scanning chat, folks. I'm doing my best. It's so it's 4 1Ks, so it's actually 8 1Ks. Wow, that's a lot of 1Ks. So these are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are for the LEDs and for the RX and TX lines coming out of the FTDI. So on this side here, sorry that it's off the edge, they're going to my RX and TX all the way up here on the top of the board. And then I've got, so I'll do one board at a time. One there. And one there. Right, so I've got a 1K on here, which is for my pin 13 LED. I know pin 13 is not a standard LED thingo on an ESP32. It's seems to be an Adafruit standard thing, but I like the pin 13 thing, so I put that on this here. And this is the one for the power, the 3 volt power LED, 3.3 volts. Okay, next board. Just want to move that out the way just for a second so I don't stick my hand in it. So no one's asked me what these boards are for yet, as in specifically why I'm making 2. Does anyone want to ask me specifically why I'm making 2? '64 peak, folks. Woo, that's pretty cool. I think my record is 67. Oops. Okay. No one wants to know why I'm making 2 boards. I think everyone stopped watching. I don't blame you, this is getting a bit boring. You're probably selling them. I'm making 2 boards because I'm going to give either 1 or 2 of these boards away for my 1K subs thing, party, something. Yay, I'm going to give them away. Communicate Wi-Fi with one to the other. The channel, okay, so what else is it? Is that all my resistors done? Yay. All my resistors are done. Now all my caps and then some LEDs and then, yeah, we're getting there, folks. I know it's slow going. It feels slow going. Probably because it is slow going. Can't rush these things. 10 microfarad. 10, 10, 10. Okay, here's my 10 microfarad. Well, good luck getting these out. This is not even sticking out far enough that I can even grab it. Can I have one that works? Oh, the one that works, I'm going to keep, and the one that doesn't work, I'm going to give away. So there are 2, so I need 4 microfarad. I don't know how I'm going to get that out. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Use the tweezies. Oh, it just fell out. The plastic's not coming through though. Okay, 1. Can't seem to grab the plastic off. Come on, plastic. One, 2. I know it's off screen. I'm sorry, folks. This is fiddly. More fiddly than I thought it would be. Okay, 1, 2. How many do I need? 4. 3. Oops. Pulled it out. 4. Yeah, these are cute, but they're a bit hard to work with. Maybe just a tolerance thing. I don't know. So these are 10 UFs. So where are my 10 UFs again? I've got 1 on power. Got 1 there. Got 1 there. So let's do. Okay, I got 1 on power coming in. Can anyone see this? Yep, good. UF on power coming in. Let's see if I stick my finger on the other board. And I've got a, that doesn't look very straight, I'll fix that. And I've got a 10 UF on coming out of the voltage regulator. Lots of power filtering on this board. Probably way overkill, but it happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now 1 UF. How many 1 UFs I've got? 4. These are the plastic ones. They're going to come out easier. Are you putting the ESPs that had us swim on the way to the Australia? No, I'm not putting those ones. These ones are existing ones. I'm not planning on... I've tested all those ESPs and they all work at the moment. But the issue with them, as Dave Darko pointed out towards me, and he's quite correct, is that if any water got under the shield, even if it dried out, and it might work, it could rust over time. Okay, 1 UF. And so they might fail in the future, which is the problem. So I put a dispute in saying I either want my money back or I want them, preferably I want them replaced. Point 1. So I'm just looking for where the other one is. Down there, under the button. Other board, breadboard friendly. Can you have ESP that can be used with? Yes, they are thin enough to fit on a normal breadboard and have one row of pins on each side. Hey Thalos, hello. Right, I can use them for my own purposes. I definitely wouldn't want to use them in anything I sell. Yeah, because that is just, no, I absolutely would not. Not after, I mean, for those of you that saw the video, it didn't do it justice. The amount of water that they were sitting in the trays was just insane. Really, really was. Okay, I need 0.1s. We're getting very close, everyone. Very close. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. 0.1s. How many 0.1s do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay. Let's see if we can get all these on. So I've got a 0.1 here. I've got a 0.1 here. I've got a 0.1 up top. And this little one up here is not really, it's interesting. The reason there's already a 0.1, so this is the 3 volt on the ESP32s up here, that coming in. There's already a 0.1 on the 3.3 volt out. But because there's such a long trace coming all the way up, from here to here, I decided to stick another 0.1 just in case. The rule is you can absolutely have too little filtering but you can't really have too much filtering. One, two, where's the other one? Three. Okay. Alan is back. Oh, my coffee reminded me. Daylight outside. Amazing. Okay. That's all my caps done. So I need to put some some LEDs on. A couple of bigger components and we're done. Oh, and then obviously the ESP32. So I'm going to use green and red. I'm going to use green for the power light. So I need 2 green LEDs. 1, 2. I've got to make sure they're on the right way. Got my LED tweezers again. I'm actually really glad I bought these. They're not great tweezers, I gotta say. I think that's the wrong around. I can see the little dot. No, maybe it was the right way. Flipped it. They're really not good tweezers, but they're good for... Yeah, okay, good. So, just gotta make sure I put these on the right way. Wouldn't be the first time I put things on backwards, would it? Which way's the right way? I might need to look at my circuit diagram. Oh, that's ground there, okay. So, positive right now is on the bottom, so which means it's going to go this way. Okay, cool, that's one. Oh, didn't even see me put that on. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Positive is this way. Okay, now I need 2 reds for 13. Pin 13. Only FTDI connection and no micro USB on these boards, correct? Huh? No, micro USB is here. There's micro USB, of course. The FTDI is just a serial, the USB to serial interface, because the ESP32s don't have built-in USB. Okay, just gotta check which way these go. Positive on the bottom. That mirror trick you tried was cool. Never thought of it. Yeah, that mirror trick looked very cool. The problem with it is, and that picture was very deceiving, is that size LED, you can clearly see the arrow on the bottom. These green LEDs, you can see an arrow on the bottom. These red ones have no arrow on the bottom. So it really depends on the LED. Okay, that's all the LEDs on. Let's get some switches. It's the first time I'm using my new switches. So we've got switches, we've got FTDI, USB, and ESP32. Wow, we've been going an hour. I chatted for the first little while though, so it's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now technically we really don't need the program button on these. I included it when I wasn't sure if the Shazbut. I just knocked the resistor. Come on. I included them when I wasn't sure if the auto programming was going to work. Oh, come on, tweezers. Okay, it doesn't look very straight. That looks good. Okay. And yeah, so you don't really need it. I could have just removed it, and I probably should have just removed it. I think the only I think the only reason I kept it on here was for symmetry. Okay. Wow, did everyone see that? Shivers. Okay, so should have put the big ones on first, maybe. Okay, are we straight? Not really. Okay. Okay, FTDI, let's do it. I'm pretty sure this board here, I'm going to get a bridge on some pins. I'm pretty sure. Let's make sure these are on the right way. I'm not even on camera. Sorry. Let's put it back on camera. Come on. Let me just check that. Just nudged a fraction. Okay, that's one. Oh boy, one a day. Building boards like this is just not intuitive. Resolved in a couple of weeks. Your tweezer problems will be resolved in a couple of weeks. What does that mean? I hope you haven't sent me some tweezers, Chris. Or did you send me a pick and place? Hey Ryan, Chris brought me a pick and place. Okay, I just need to check that. I'm doing just off camera so you don't see my head. Interesting. Just push that up a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get bridges on that. Gaming with Kendrick. Hello, Gaming with Kendrick. Been watching for a few weeks now. Love what you got pointed here, but... David Watts. What? Okay, try that again. Now, love what you do. Got pointed here. Oh, bye, David Watts. Awesome. Thanks for joining Gaming with Kendrick. I appreciate it. Thanks, David. Okay, so USBs and then ESP32s. And we're done. And then reflow, baby. I've had a real bad time getting USBs on last few times, so let's see if I can get this right. Can't tell. I'll check in a second. Gotta say, I've got. You know what? I need to stop using these tweezers. I think I've got another new set, and I think they might be better. Okay, this camera. I keep smacking my head on the camera. Okay, time to check the USB. Make sure they're lined up. Can't see. I think there might be. They are not. Okay. Tiny bit more. Problem with the USB micro Bs is the pins are underneath. The pins are underneath. So it's really hard to see. Okay, here we go. ESP32 time. And then we're done. I think we're done. God, anything else I've missed? Okay, so get one chance of getting these on. Not really. These are more forgiving than anything else I'm working on. So the problem with these are getting the tweezers around them and getting the tweezers back off again. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to move that board out of the way just in case. So I'm going to have to put it down, put my finger on it and get the tweezers off, I think. Wow, you see my hand shaking? Nervous. I think that's good actually. Hang on. Drum roll. Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. Perfect one. Okay, get that out of the way so I don't knock it anymore. Number 2. Oh, what did I turn it that way for? It's a bit silly. Can I get closer? Does everyone see this one? Ready? Dun 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 dun. Oh, I flipped it off. Come on. Hold. Hold. God, I'm shaking. Okay, that one, it's a bit. Can you move this one over? I think that's good. Metambale, that's, hello, welcome. It's gonna check it, it's gonna drop down. Okay, it's gonna drop down on one corner a little bit. I think that's good. USB socket looks a bit squiff. Yeah, I might have just knocked it. Maybe. Let's... Yeah. I think that's... Let me just check that again. These USBs... Okay, we're good. Going, have you thought about using a tube so you can suck bigger items like that too? Mouth gives the manual pressure to hold the piece rather than trying to squeeze them in the tweezers. I've actually got a kind of a air-powered... Oh, get that in. No, it's not working very well. Air-powered pick-and-placey type thing. I need to get something that's... I need to get a different end, like a plastic end to it, so it's easier to pick up with it. Because the ESP32 is a bit hard to pick up. Yeah, there's probably a few things I could do to make this process better. Okay, let's clear some space. And it's reflow time. And no, I did not set a camera up. I'm sorry. I have not set a camera up. But everyone should have seen my video yesterday and should have seen the reflow process, so I don't do that again. Am I going to do both at the same time? I think I might. Okay. Just grabbing them from the corners where the barrel jack is, because that's a safe place to grab them. One. Just bear with me a second. I'm trying to get a better angle to get them out again. I'm just sticking my hand in the oven, folks. You know, no problem. Okay, they're in. And we're going. We're off at the races. Dun, 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 another drum roll. This is a longer drum roll. This is yeah, okay. It's quite cold in here. It's only 14 degrees in the oven right now. So, what should we talk about while this is happening? I'll drink my cold coffee. What did I miss in chat? Did I miss anything in chat? Did anyone notice that I had it set to live chat this time for a change? Yay! You could do with PCB's peel, like a pizza peel for your oven. A peel? What's a PCB? What's a pizza peel? I don't know what that is. Never heard of that. Yeah, so that, yeah, I want to give away these boards, assuming they work. Okay, it's often racing, it's reflowing. So I'm coming up to my 1,000 subs, and I'm going to be putting together some packs of prizes, I guess. What? David ordered his boards. Woohoo! That's exciting. Good on you, mate. Got to get past that fear. The worst case scenario is they don't work, right? The sooner you know that, the better. Where did you order them from? Who did you end up picking? PCBWay? I don't have an outcome yet, Rob. I put a dispute in with AliExpress, and the seller hasn't got back to me yet. It's been 2 days. So I don't know what's going to happen, but AliExpress will jump in, and pretty sure they'll give me a refund because, wow, I hope they will. What's the model of the tweezers you use for the LEDs? It's called an LED Twee. It was a Kickstarter. And look, it's pretty good. The only problem is, I mean, these ends are PCBs, which is a clever idea, except you need to have, obviously, the copper on each side, the contact, and it's just not overly, like, it's not as sharp or as accurate as a normal pair of tweezers. So sometimes, you know, it takes quite a bit of work to line them up and grip them to actually make it light up the LED. But these are fantastic. Like, yeah, they're an absolute godsend. What did I miss? Badge challenge. I'm so uninspired about that badge challenge. Oh, really? Oh, Dave. Just Dave. Come on. Pizza peel is what you put a fresh dough pizza on to slide it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need maybe something like that. So about almost at the halfway mark. Nothing's blown up yet. I ordered 3 different boards in the end that I have been... Ah! Good on you. Dave's got the PCB bug. Woohoo! Maybe the segments one, Leo. Maybe. I have 3 boards in manufacturing right now. So that's also exciting. Yes, I'm giving away some PCB rulers. I'm giving away some PCBs of mine. I'm going to build like kits of giveaways. And then I'm going to give away... I don't know if I'll do 1 or 2 ESP32 boards. I might do 1 ESP32 boards and then a couple of Neo 7 segments. I'm not sure yet. My stream keeps jumping around between good and bad. Oh well. If there are things to talk about, perhaps a recap of what is going on for the late joiners. Oh, okay. Apologise. Well, I've never ran out of things to talk about. So I am building I'm building 2 of my revision 2 of my ESP32 development boards. This is revision 1, and this particular board I blew up. Woohoo! It was working, and then I blew it up. So it's an ESP32 board with everything broken out, with auto programming, so you don't have to do the push button thing. And it's also, so it's got USB micro B in for programming for 5 volts, and it's also got a 2.1mm DC jack, so you can power it from a wall wart or whatever they're called. And this board was specifically designed to be able to run a whole bunch of megapixels or stuff like that, where you might need 4 amps or 6 amps or 10 amps, and you can't do that through the USB. So there's a ground and a 5 volt broken out right here that is designed to take the 5 volts through, and that's straight pass through, so you could put, 5 amps through there. Oh, open the oven. My reflow master said open the oven, so I did. Reflow oven is a must. Can you do that with a blower? Yes, you can do it with a blower, with a hot air gun or whatever else. The problem is you've got to be very careful. It's quite easy to blow the parts off the board or out of place. It's also quite easy to under reflow certain things or have them tombstone. Yeah, I don't know. I bought a toaster oven straight away. It's a $30 toaster oven. Big deal. And I was doing it manually. You don't have to have a reflow controller. I've obviously got one now because I made one. But okay, let's pull these out. Let's just get this out the way. Here we go. One. Two. Freshly baked PCBs, anyone? Would you like salt? Bit of salt and pepper with your PCB? So everything's straightened up, it looks like. Mostly. Maybe not that USB. That USB looks like it's on a bit of an angle. I hope that's... Sorry, it wasn't much of a recap. Metambale. I apologise how you pronounce it. It wasn't much of a recap, but yeah, basically, so I'm building 2 revision 2s. I've had these boards for quite a while now, I just haven't got around to building them, and I like building stuff in front of everyone else so you can see me make mistakes. So I've got them sitting on a heatsink right now, just to help suck the power out. And should move them around because the heatsink, warms up a little bit. USB looks a bit on the side. Yeah, that USB looks a bit on the side. I might have to hot air that one. Squiff. Yes, it's squiff. Do you remember the anchovies this time? Okay, so I really want to check these Matomba. Matambalelol. Okay. Sorry, I'm just terrible with pronunciation. And the transistor on the other board. What's wrong with the transistor? Oh, it did shift, didn't it? Yeah, well, Okay, so we've got some fixing to do. Yep, so we've got a transistor bung there. I'm just checking for bridging. Oh boy. Fun. Time to turn the iron on. No one thought that was going to go perfectly smooth first time. Did we? That transistor's good. So that USB actually looks good. Like as in the pins are on. So I can't see. It might be a bridge there. I'm just looking at the FTDI. That's what threw me last time. Is my head in? No. I might have a bridge on this one. Okay, so I need 2 things. I need my hot air for the transistor, and I need my iron Time to do some fixing. Great boards. After checking them, you will need to clean them with alcohol. No, not alcohol. I clean them with this. Thanks to Alan. Cleanium deflux. Flux remover. Ooh, excuse me. We'll get some sleep. See you. Oh, Tiny LED Matrix is going. Have a good sleep. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's get going. Let's fix this. I want to fix this. So where are we going to start? So we've got some bridges. Oh, the iron is hot. Let's have a look at the bridging first. Shall we? Let's get close. Which one was it? Yeah, there's definitely a bridge. I don't know if it's a used pin. Not every pin on the FTDI is used. Where's my flux? Where's my flux gone? Oh, there it is. Okay, lots of flux. So yeah, not every pin is actually used on the FTDI. So it's quite possible that the bridge I've got isn't going to affect anything. But just in case, we're going to fix it. Let's get my mouse out of the way. So I really can't see though, so just went over all the pins. Did I do that off camera? If I did that off camera, I'm sorry. I'm late, very late. Hey, Ezzy. Nope, didn't get it. So I'm doing this, sorry, I keep doing this off camera. It's quite fiddly. And I can't really get the camera any closer, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to flux it again. So we're just doing a bit of a cleanup after reflowing 2 boards. Okay, I need to do this under microscope. I keep not getting it. Sorry. Won't be a second, folks. Oh, did I just melt my thing? Well, so the bridge is right under the IC. It's in a really nasty spot. I can't seem to get it out. Okay. Wow. This is just enjoy yourselves in the background, folks. I might need to get a different tip. Might have to, okay, if this isn't going to work, I might have to try to wick it off. Add more solder. Yeah, I just did. Tiny bit of solder. But I've got to be careful though, because then I'm mixing lead free and leaded. It's still there. So I bought myself some new wick. Because I was having problems with my other wick. I'm going to have to wick it. I'm going to flux the wick. See if I can just get a bit of it off. Bit of cheapy copper strand. It's a tiny little bridge. but it's enough that it's going to cause a problem. Oh, almost. Almost. I know I'm doing this off camera, and again, oh, it's still there. It's like a little solder ball. Hey, there's no L in solder. What? Wicked, good. I'm wicking it, but... It's just... It's... This FTDI chip's going to be the death of me. I just can't get it. I can tell it's still there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are this? I need to find out what this pin is. 1, 2, and 3, 4. I don't have a don't have one in front of me right now. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. It's gonna be one of those days. Like I don't want to. Try hot airing it. There's not going to be any solder left at this point. Okay, I think I got it. The question is, do I have more? I feel like I might have just added more. I wonder if there's a way to have two ESP32s on one board and have them share the common parts. One would use FTDI and the other would use M. Why do you need to do that? So I don't understand what... Sorry, RE, getter, I don't know why you'd... Yeah, I've got to be careful doing that Death Shaker because I'm using leaded solder here and lead-free solder here on the board. Doesn't mix very well. So yeah, adding solder to remove solder is a bit tricky that way. I need to give this a really good clean up. I might have okay, I think that's good. I still need to fix the chip on this one. Let's do that now. Okay, hot air gun, everyone. This is going to be a bit tricky with, I have to do left-handed hot air. I'm going to try to do this on camera. Actually, before I continue and burn myself, I'm just going to blue tack the board down. Why am I out of focus? Focus. Okay. So I've got this, not left-handed. I don't understand though why you'd need a, why you need to, yeah, okay. So I'll have to think about it. I need to concentrate on this right now. It's going to be hard to do this on camera, folks, because it's, I need to kind of be a bit closer to it. And I'm so far away from it I can't even tell when it's reflowing. Should have done one board at a time, huh? I don't have any kept on tape here. Who needs to protect parts? They're just... Nah, come on. Live dangerously. Okay. So now I just gotta get this in the right spot. Oh, or drop it. One of the two. Let's at least take it off. Let's start by taking it off, shall we? Okay, wow. Now, guaranteed, has the hot air removed the pins? No, it hasn't. The markings, no. So, I can solder it back on by hand if I can get it on straight. Now that there's solder on the pads. Oh, this is going to be fun. Need to tighten up those parts. Life is hard. That's actually good positioning. So let's see if we... Ow! I just touched the end of the hot air gun, folks. Wow. Oh. Ow. Okay, see now here's a good problem. Is the hot air gun blows the parts away. Have I lost registration? Could be really gentle. I'm going to see if I can hot air it back on again. Without blowing it away. We're having fun yet? What are we? Almost 2 hours. Haven't even plugged the board in yet. What was wrong on the other board? Hopefully nothing. I need to check the FTDI. Okay, just going to let that sit for a second and I'm just going to dab it with the iron. Let's just check this board while I'm going. Check the FTDI. We'll make a perfect stock photo model. Hold that soldering iron hot air the wrong way. Yeah, good one, huh? Oh, this looks like there might be a bridge in the same spot as the on the FTDI as the other one was. You've got to be kidding me. Let's see if I can do both of these at the same time. Did I just make it worse? I think I did. So the problem with these bridges on the FTDI is that they're underneath the IC. And so when I flick them with the iron to try to get them out, it just then brings them towards the pins. Yep, so now I've moved the bridge to the pins, which is, I guess, better, because technically I should be able to get it out from there. Oh, it's quiet and lonely here. Yeah, no, can't get that bridge off again. The idea of having two on the board would be... Oh, okay, sorry, no offense, I need to concentrate on this. I'll gladly look back on that discussion afterwards, though. This is such a... It's like the same pins each time. How does that even happen? Nope, still there. Ah, boy. Okay. I know I'm not doing this on camera. But this is that is just the most bizarre bridge. I have to keep going at it. Maybe I'll get back to that one. Let's have a look at this. I'm just going to have a look at the transistor, make sure we're on. That actually reflowed nicely. Let's plug a board in. Should we plug a board in? Come on, let's just... I'll put that one aside. I want to plug a board in and see what happens. Because this is just... You've all been really nice and patient. Okay. So that's not a good start. Not a good start because we have no power light. Oh, why can't anything go right in a stream ever? Okay, that USB looks like it's a bit screwed. Wow. Here we go again. Hot air time, USB time. The USB is slightly off, it looks like, on the ground pin. Let's get back to close. Is everyone having fun? I know I'm having fun. This is so much fun. It's quite hard to fix the USBs. They're quite large, a lot of thermal. It's very hard to heat up with the reflow. So maybe I'll make some new boards to give away. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, I'm using the SparkFun footprints now for the micro USB. I had much more success with the Adafruit ones. The problem with the Adafruit ones is they had a lot of through-hole stuff to hold the USB in place, but I don't have those USB ports, plugs, headers, so I stopped using it. But I find that they were much easier to position the USBs on. Much easier. Yeah, that's not got it yet. I'm actually fine reworking this. I just feel bad that everyone's sitting here watching or not watching, and half the time I'm doing it off the camera. So I feel bad for you guys. I have the patience, that's fine. So the problem is moving this USB is that there's solder paste underneath it, there's solder paste on the tabs to the side, and the solder paste obviously on the pins. So you need to really get the thing nice and hot. Oh. Problem is I want to keep it hot, but I can't see if it's in or not. I need to put this down before I burn myself again. Let me just quickly check it. Ow. Okay, it's a bit far back, but it looks like it's in the right spot. I want to let's just move it over a little bit if I can. But they're lined up now. Check the ESP, it looks like it might short from the video. Short? Yeah, I haven't even gone through there yet. Ah. Wow. I'm going to actually leave the USB. So you reckon there's... I need to check... Let's check the ESPs. I'm just going to move it off camera, sorry, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, there's no short on the ESP that I can see. Have a resistor to put on the other side of the board. Didn't you have a resistor? What? No. On the other side of the board? Nothing on the other side of the board. Okay, let's try this again. Let's cool down enough. Yep. Plug it in. Wish me luck. Wish everyone luck. Nope. Still no. Let me just check that there's power on this. Wouldn't it be funny if this USB wasn't plugged in? That should be plugged in. I'm pretty sure that's plugged in. Yeah, plugged in, as you can see. It's one of my Reflow Masters. So, there might be a part 2 to this video, everyone. What's happening with this USB? Okay, multimeter time. Multimeter. I just want to see if there's any power at all coming into the USB. See if the USB is the issue. Okay, so ground. Can't even see the pins. Okay, it looks like it's the USB still. Because there's no voltage coming in there. Hey Greg, just in time for all the fun and shenanigans. Oh, hang on, 5 volts. Okay, so maybe it's... Did I get the diodes on the wrong way? 5 volts coming into that diode. Don't tell me I got the diodes back to front. Oh, that'd suck if I got the diodes back to front. No, there's 5 volts on that side of the diode. So I might have put the diodes back to front. Wow. And I think I might have. Yeah, I got the diodes back to front. Pretty sure. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So, how's everyone's day going? I gotta laugh about this. You gotta laugh. I'm laughing as I'm about to pull my diodes off and flip them around. Ah, boy. Ow. Look at my tweezers. I need sideways. Oh, again, burn myself. You saw what? That the diodes were the wrong way around? And didn't say anything? No, it was my own fault. I just lined them up the wrong way and put them on. My day is going exactly like this. My day is... yeah. So... this is what working with electronics is like. Look, it's the whole doing it on a live stream. And I'm not making excuses, don't get me wrong. I mean, I make mistakes at the best of times. But the whole doing it on a live stream and keep looking up at the chat and blah, 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 and doing two boards at the same time and... like, seriously. No one ever said it was a good idea. Okay, take one off. Two. Switch them around. Okay, I might just get off my tweezers. Okay, I won't get off the tweezers. I'm going to hand solder them back on. It's stuck to my tweezers. Look at that. Yay! Let's see if I can get them off. Where's my other tweezers? It's like brain surgery. Okay, so solder time. Let's make sure they're the right way this time, shall we? Yes, they are. Wow. This is called How to Embarrass Yourself. You know what? Luckily, I don't have many subs. Lucky there aren't that many people to embarrass myself in front of right now. To all the new people that are here today, sorry about this. By the way, this is the same problem on the other board. Right? I know these aren't super straight. I can clean them up afterwards. Oh, come on. I wonder if I just ripped it off the pad. So these are really close together. Being really close together is a problem because you can't get the tweezers in between them. Okay, I have to do a bit of solder. I really don't like mixing solder, but can't tell if that one's on. Hang on. Okay, so shall we try again? Third time's a charm. Oh, we're gonna light. So, let's see if we can program it. Wow. go to Tools, Board, ESP32, Dev Module. Let's go to File, Examples, Basic, Blink. I'm not showing this right now. Was that about to all the new viewers? Perfectly normal. Yeah, I'm having a bad run at the moment of building stuff on a live stream. It's just like coding on a live stream. It's just, yeah. Okay, so it's picking up my FTDI chip. That's good. That's a good start. Let me just, so the ESP32's got no built-in defined, like no defined built-in LED. So pin 13, so I'm just, let's see if I can program it. It's compiling code. I'm just compiling blink. It should make that LED flash if it works. It's compiling. Okay, connecting, programming. Oh, okay. Hard. Look at that. Oh, can everyone see? Blink. Okay, we have a working board. Those diodes. Okay, the other thing I want to try is I like also trying the Wi-Fi example. Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi scan. That's normally my go-to. Just compiling. I figure if the Wi-Fi scan works, then we know the ESP32 is working. I mean the blink also, but wow, still compiling. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Get this in, just going through my everyday non-public project making experiences. Yeah, it's just fiddly stuff, right? I mean, you know, oh, here it goes. Archiving, connecting, programming. Oh, wrong baud rate. Whoops. 5200. There we go. Yep, scan done. 4 networks found. Okay. So that's one. Let's get back to the other one, shall we? Okay, I'm going to unplug that. We've got a good board. I'm going to do a bit of a cleanup on the... I can't even see what's through the camera right now. I'm going to do a bit... Lost my mouse. I'm going to do a bit of a cleanup on those diodes. Just to neaten them up a bit. But we have one good board. Move that to the side. What's WTG? Way to go. Oh, way to go, of course. No blinking 2 times. Okay, now let's get back to this other board. Now, what was I doing here? I can't remember. Right, I need to fix these diodes. Let's get the diodes off. We'll start with getting the diodes off. Oh, wow. Diodes back to front. That is a first for me, actually. Super fast troubleshooting. Thanks. Yeah. I've never put diodes on back to front before. I'm normally much more careful. I really am. Oh, that's really... Oh well, I won't make that mistake again. I promise you I won't make that mistake again. Just like I put the LEDs on the wrong way around on my Dev 1 board. I mean, this is electronics, warts and all. You could pre-program the SPs before soldering. I could stick them in my little Frogo pins thing. I should, actually. But part of the testing of these working is actually, does the FTDI work and stuff like that. So, because that's normally where I get my bridges. These diodes are too close together. I'm going to, if I ever do a revision 3, I've actually got a revision 3 that removes the FTDI and puts a CH340 on there, a 340C. But I don't know if I'm going to make them. I've got a bunch of 340Cs, but I don't know. Maybe one day I might make them. If I do, I'm going to make these diodes further apart. Because this is ridiculous. Okay. Turn them around. So again, stuck to the tweezers. Oh, look at the solder paste stuck on the side of that one. Not happy camp at that. Get off the tweezers! Okay, I don't know if I got them right around. Resistor next to FTDI is not on properly. What? Oh, good call. Did I knock it? Wow. Nice one, Rob. Thanks. Must have knocked that when I put it in the oven. Wow. I'll dab that up as well. Wow, my hot air gun's getting a lot of work out today, isn't it? Okay, let's check these diodes. Hey Dio, welcome. Well, everything I do is pretty much SMD, so it's always SMD live, and yeah, I'm making a mess of it. An absolute mess of it. Today, I got one board working. We fixed this one, that's working. Now it's got to fix this one. Diodes the wrong way around. Because I'm silly. Okay. Silly. These tweezers. Just can't get this on. It's too close. Need to put it down and then hold it still. Oh, it's hot. Okay. So, I know that the USB is on a bit wonky and I can fix it, but let's just see if it's working because I'm pretty sure that the connections are good on that one. Well spotted. What I missed, David? Possible bridge on pin 13 and 14 on the FTDI. You can spot that from there? Yeah, that was the one I was cleaning up before. Maybe I'd never finished cleaning it. Let's have a look. That was the one I couldn't get off before. Yeah, that was that one I couldn't get off. What I'm going to do is, actually, I don't like mixing solder. I really don't. I'm going to flux it. I'm actually going to put some leaded solder in. I don't like doing this, but I'm going to have to. Oh, sorry, folks. I just realised I wasn't even doing it on screen. Okay, now that's called a bridge. That's a big bridge. Now, let's see if we can get it off. Okay, we've now got a four-way bridge. Now, let's get it off. We're going to wick it and clean it and get it off. I just don't like mixing solder. I really don't. still look like it's there. You know what? I'm going to plug it in and see what happens. I'm going to plug it in and see what happens. We've got a power light. That's a start. Do we get a FTDI? We do. Can we blink it? Let's find out if we can blink it. We can blink it. Okay, so that might actually not be this bridge I've been trying to get rid of. It might not be a bridge. It might just be a discoloring under the pads, or those chips aren't being used. Those pins aren't being used. Lux applied right to the braid really helps. Yeah, I always forget to put flux on the braid. I don't use braid enough actually, or flux enough according to everyone else. I've got thin braid. I hate it. I hate using it. It's blinking, folks. Did everyone notice? I'm just going to put the Wi-Fi scan on. And Wi-Fi scan is scanning. 5 networks found. It's working fine. I don't know if that's actually really a bridge or just a discoloring anymore. So we have, believe it or not, like all my streams, at the end we get there. We have 2 working ESP32 boards. Woohoo! Okay, that won't stay still. Dun dun dun! And I've still got half a cup of coffee. Great. Cold coffee. We did it, folks. Just caught up in the buzz of the problem solving. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I'm a bit, that just sucked the life out of me, that did. Let me tell you, that was tough. Just gonna move my iron out the way before I burn myself. That was tough. That was the most problematic build I've done so far. By far. So I'm going to fix the orientation of this USB, because that's annoying me a bit. Because I'm all about everything being perfect. Everything else looks okay. Give the boards a bit of a clean. And we're good. Can you upload the sketches over Wi-Fi? You can actually put a, what's it called? Where you can remote over the air. You can set up over the air uploading for them, yes. You may have cooked the mask a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it looks silver. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but it's definitely working. Does reset work? Yep. It's a good start. I'm not sure, Neffers, what it is, to be honest with you. Once I'm off the stream, I might take a closer look under the magnifying glass again. I feel like I'm, my own fault, but I feel like I'm rushed to do it on the stream. Because you're all sitting there nice and, or quietly, I can't hear anything. And I kind of feel bad. But yeah, we're working. Could it be silkscreen as the mark does look like on both of them to me? Yes, it's interesting that it was the same pins on both. And it still looks like there's a mark here. But it's not a silk thing, I don't think. Oh my god. Shoot me now. I want everyone in the chat right now, everyone to type, Sion, you are an idiot. Come on, everyone do it. Everyone do it. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to tell you until everyone writes in the chat, Sion, you are an idiot. No one's typing it. Come on, everyone type. Type it. Sion, you are an idiot. Thank you. Dave Darko did it. No. Okay, twit. Come on, idiot. Oh, you guys are wusses. You guys are wusses. So, there is a bridge. On purpose! Oh! Those two pins are joined together. On the board, on the design. Ah! How close can we get? Can everyone see it? Can everyone see that? I physically joined those pins on the freaking schematic. Idiot's not a nasty word. And I am one. Look at that. Can everyone see that? You see that bridge? It's freaking intentional. Thank you, Don. Oh my. I totally forgot I did that. I totally forgot I did that. I've been trying to remove the bridge that's supposed to be there. Oh! Wow, I think I need to take a break from live streaming for a while. Thanks, Andy. To all the people who called me an idiot, thank you. You are absolutely correct. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, I cannot believe it. All that. Oh, that frustration. I mean, the diodes, that was pretty stupid. That was, yeah. Stupid diodes. Stupid diodes. But, yeah. Well, there you go. Blink, back to Blinkies. That's been a long stream. Over 2 hours. I think it's time to wrap it there, folks. Enough heat, enough time. You would have removed that bridge eventually. I would have taken a knife to it, has he? I would have just taken my Stanley knife or my tweezers, my sharp tweezers, and just gone in here and just scraped it out. And then it would have not worked. That's right. It wouldn't have worked then. Why you bridge them? Because they've both got 5 volts. They're both, 3.3 volt pins. And so rather than running 2 traces to the pins, I run 1 trace and bridge them. That's how auto program works. What pins must be... Oh, Dio, that's complex. Auto programming is complex. So it's using a twin NPN transistor pack here. And it uses the DTR and the, what is it, RTS? I think DTR and RTS out of the FTDI, which is the same as whether it's a 340G or whatever else, that goes into a loop here. So into the base of one and the source of another and the base of the other one and the source, and then it does this whole flipping thing that then goes to the program and reset the controls in both. It's quite complex when you look at the schematic. Wait now, it's stickered. Let's read the data sheet. Oh, what? What have I done now? Another quality stream from... Thanks, Andy. You must have mentioned when you were working on it. Must have mentioned what? Originally that they were bridged. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just had to look at this board. I just had to look at the board. So normally I'd have a printout of the schematic in front of me, but I forgot to do that this morning. So I would have had just a printout up here, and I didn't do it. It's actually the first time I haven't had a schematic in front of me when I'm working on a board. Because I'd made them before, I figured, yeah, not a problem, I didn't really need to do it. You're not really an idiot. Far from it, Thank you, Rob. Okay, I have idiotic moments. Let me say that. I just have them way more often than I'd like. And generally on a stream. Of the worst places to do it. So, I've got some ESP32 boards to give away. Ari, I think... I'm going to call you Ari. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Ari, it looks like Ari. I don't think you've learned a lot from my stream. You've learned how to check diodes the correct direction. How to check all your placement of your parts before you put them in reflow. Oh, wow. You know, there's a lot of components on the board. But still, no excuse. I got 2 more subs. I lost 4 subs yesterday. I was so sad. But really? Have I got 2 more subs? Let's have a look. Yep, awesome. Just getting close to that 1,000 mark. I'll have more information about that, about the giveaway soon in a video coming out, maybe in the next, maybe Friday or maybe early next week, about how I'm running the giveaway. But I'm going to give away a bunch of different things. I'm going to give away some boards as well. I might give away some blank boards for people that want to maybe try their hand at putting one together. And give some ESP32, some Neo 7 segments, just some built ones, and then a whole bunch of assorted other parts. Gonna give away some of my Revision 1 badges, I think. Just PCBs, plain PCBs. So if you don't hook up I've left it floating now. If you don't hook up that resistor, it works fine. For those that didn't catch my mail video, but did see this last week, my mistake actually wasn't pulling the reset low. My mistake was that this was not a reset button. It was never intended to be a reset button. It was intended to be an input button. An input button so I can change what the LEDs are doing. It was never supposed to be reset. So that was my mistake. Silly me. Hey Dave. Just Dave. That is awesome news. 200 subs. Close to 200 subs. Everyone go sub to Dave Darko's channel. Let's grab Dave Darko's channel details. Where's Dave Darko? Let's Dave Darko. Copy link. Paste. There you go, everybody. Everybody go sub to Dave Darko's, for just Dave's channel. Please. Please. Everyone please go. Anyway, so that was the problem with this board. So these boards are perfectly fine, actually, as long as you don't put that resistor on. So I'm going to give away some of these boards. I've got new ones on the way, by the way, where I've actually got the input. So this is still going to be a reset for now. So I've got Revision 2 coming. And the other thing I did with the Revision 2 of this is I've exposed at the back, on this side, a whole bunch of pads, so you can hack it. So all the pins you need to program the AT-Tiny85 are on the back. So you can solder. They're not through hole. They're just pads. But you can solder a header on or something, and you can hack the badge. Yay! Unless you've got one of those squeezy thing adapters that I got that Steve Ludgate told me about, that I've got on my last mail video. Check that out if you haven't seen it. Yeah, Just Dave's got some great stuff on his channel. He does some very interesting things. So yeah, definitely check out his stuff. And stacks of people who have channels, everyone. Chris Cochran. Oh, I did that a few... Am I going to go paste everyone's... Can everyone who can you paste your channel details in? If you can. And if there's anyone that can't, let me know. And I'll paste it in. So Chris Cochran's got a channel. Who else is here? I don't want to scroll back on the chat. If you have a channel and you're not a moderator, like with a little thing, and you can't paste your channel, let me know and I'll find it and put it in. Dave White's channel. Who else is here? Colin's got a channel. If Colin's still around, I'm not sure. Cool. How many subs are you on, Dave? Let's have a look at Dave's channel and find out how many subs he's on. 197. 3 more, folks. Come on. 3 more subs. And we get to 200. You've not uploaded in over a year. Well, you know how to fix that, right? Did you paste your channel, Chris? Ah, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Oh, Electron Nash is here. When did you rock up? Have you been here chatting? I didn't see you. Everyone go sub to Electron Ash. Tabletronics. Are you around at the moment? Have you disappeared? Where's Tabletronics? Copy link address. This is tab. I'm not gonna spell this right. Tabletronics. Tabletronics has started making mail videos as well as putting some boards together. Check out his channel. I want to see Dave Darko go over 200. Come on, folks. There's enough people online right now. 198. 2 more. Andy's already subbed. Well, unsub and sub again. I don't think that works that way, does it? No. 198. Oops. Who else? If I've missed anyone's channels, I'm sorry. Please just... Yeah. It's all about sharing the love. I just woke up. It was the stress of ordering 3 PCBs at once. I did that yesterday. Day before I ordered 3 at once. I love ordering multi-PCBs at the same time, especially when you make a mistake on one. I made a routing mistake. I uploaded it and realized, hang on, I didn't do a DRC check, and I did, and there was a routing mistake, and luckily, so I cancelled the order and re-uploaded. Happens sometimes. And click the dots so you can visit the channel. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks, Nefas. I didn't realise. I have a ton of channels in my video description. I'm not cancelling the channel till we get to 200. 200, Dave! You did it. Well done. Woohoo! Is anyone on my chat that isn't subbed to my channel? Is that possible? I don't know. I never understand how the sub counts work. $9.34. Woohoo! I got an extra sub. Sorry I can't get you any higher. Just Dave. I mean, we can sit here till you get to 1,000 subs, but it might take a while. Are you planning on to make kits of these? Of the ESP32 boards? Probably not. I don't even know if I'm going to sell these boards, because you can buy them cheaper on, buy Wemos boards from China for cheaper than I can sell these for. The difference is it's the 5-volt jack. That's the reason I'm doing this for myself anyway. Yeah, so I don't know. I built it because I wanted to see if I could build one, design and build one. The same reason I built my first SAMD21 development board was because I wanted to see if I could do it. And that's been really good because I've now made lots of different boards out of my SAMD21. Like my knowledge of now, like my Reflow Master is a SAMD21 development board. Like it's SAMD21. So that's my Reflow Master board. So SAMD21 there, and then a whole bunch of, I haven't put them all on, that's just my switch for testing. Oh yeah, Greg's channel, I keep forgetting your channel, Greg. Thank you for posting it. Yeah, so it's more about just learning and doing stuff. My next board to go up is my Reflow Master, and then after that is my... Let me just go get it. Hang on. So my Reflow Master's going on Tindy, and my AT Tiny dev board, my tiny dev board, which is this one, is going on Tindy as well. But I've got a new version of it coming. So I did make a revision, and I fixed the pin 0, which is currently is pin 4 on here. So I fixed that. It's now pin 0, because that was really frustrating, because the label says 0, and I didn't want to sell these and have people not be able to use them because pin 0 wasn't working. They're different, and you mentioned they are breadboard friendly. Yeah, you can get breadboard, like the Wemos boards are breadboard friendly, the low lin boards, and you can pick them up for, you know, $8. I mean, these ESP32s cost me $5 each. The FTDI, these ones are expensive. Yeah, I mean, I probably couldn't sell these for less than, probably $15, $14 or $15 US, plus shipping. It's just not worth it. You can get free shipping for the Wemos boards. Look, I don't know. Thanks, Chris. Which ones look good? I don't know which ones you're talking about. But yeah, these ones I want to put on. Again, it's the same problem. Like, for what they cost me in parts and stuff to put them together, they're overpriced. But they're small. These have a much better function than like doing ESP32 boards. Like, you can't buy many boards like this that are so small. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to put these on Tindy, and I might sell these in packs of 2 or something. I don't know. I want to get a bunch, like the Tindy store is really just to help me get some of the money back for my investment in buying stuff. Like, I need to buy bulk. Like, I've bought like 90 AT Tinies and stuff. Like, I'm not trying to make a living off Tindy. It's just to help me with, recoup some of my costs. And I sold my first Sambi 21 Mangler yesterday, or the day before, on Tindy. That's pretty exciting. I mean, obviously, this is very niche. Most people don't need these, because most people don't need to program Sambi 21s loosely. But I built this for myself, and so I figured I might as well sell them. So I'm getting a nice array of different... Gotta zoom out. Oh, and I'm also going to sell these on my Tindy store. I'm going to maybe give some badges away from my 1000, but I'm going to sell some badges on my Tindy store and make a few different other badge types, I think. But yeah, I've got a nice array of different boards getting ready. It's pretty cool. Lots of projects. Can't get that on screen. But I think, folks, it's time to end the stream. I think it's time to say goodbye. Reran the video because I was half asleep. Yeah, forgot to do the one last DRC on the boards earlier and found some major problems. Yeah, I always forget to do my very last one. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, plus my Neo 7's on there, plus my Neo X. So Dave Watts mentioned that he sent his board off. I actually sent my board off. I've actually got my board being made right now for my Siglement, the project with David Watts. No one's even seen it. I'm going to do a surprise reveal of it. Yeah, we're plugging Tindy stores. Go for it, Dave. Dave Darko's got a Tindy store too. Do you know if you can cancel the order on JCL directly? No, you need to email them. If it's still pending and you email them, they can cancel it for you. And when they cancel it, it just doesn't they'll do a refund for you. But once it's started, you can't cancel it. Oh, so the version that's up there now has got a problem. Bye, Mike. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. See you, Ari. I'm just chatting away now, so like we're wrapping it up. Oh, there's Dave Darko's Tindy store. He makes some really cool badges, and his Lame Boy, which is is it a Raspberry Pi? No, it's not. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, no, something. Anyway. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh well. Oh yeah, I've got my Siglement boards coming, and I've also got to decide what I'm doing with my Neo X boards, whether I'm going to go in production on those as well. Because there's 58 LEDs on each one. Wow, that's crazy. Too much to do. Anyway, must create a Tindy store. Yes, everyone should make credit. No, I don't know. Anyway. Bye. I think it's enough. We've had enough, haven't we? We have... Oh, it's an ESP8266. Okay, cool. Dave made a Lame Boy, which is like a little gaming console thing with an ESP8266 screen, and he built a cartridge system, which is very cool. You can play Game Boy games on it. Go check it out on the Tindy store. It's very cool. Been meaning to order one, just haven't got around to it. Thank you all for persevering. I'm glad we got there at the end. We did. Yay. Super crashed earlier. Yeah. She didn't miss much, did she? A lot of frustration. Appreciate everyone sticking around. Catch you all next week. No, not Tinder. Tindy, not Tinder. Bye. Okay, where's this off button? Apparently there's a stop streaming button. Oh, there it is. Best stream yet. Hello, Andy. Unexpected streaming.